Michelle is a survivor of multiple life challenges to include a traumatic brain injury and breast cancer. She guides others to recognize the innate gifts within them, to stop apologizing for what they are not, and step into who they truly are, unapologetically. Welcome to the stage with love and appreciation. Rise to your seat, to your feet, and welcome Michelle Mras.
If your friends jumped off a cliff, would you? How many of you heard that growing up? I heard it all the time. When my parents would ask me that, and I said, mm-mm. And I was telling the truth. But if they asked me, if your brother asked you to jump off a cliff, would you? I could honestly say, yes. My parents never asked me that question. Well, it was the summer of 1978. I'm 9 years old, and my father had got me those banana seat bikes. I had a purple banana seat bike with sparkles, and I had these long handlebars, and my sister gave me these long, beautiful tassels with these really pretty sparkly things on it. I was a big girl now, but I had training wheels. And I remember watching my brother, who was my idol, my hero, and I told him, Baba Troy, I want to ride with you today. He says, no, the big boys, we're gonna go out, we're gonna jump the ditch. Now, I'll give you a hint. I grew up in the Philippines. We don't have American ditches. We have ditches that you can drive 3 semis down the center and not hit the sides. My brother said, if you want to be a big girl, then you can come with me. But you gotta jump. You gotta hit that ramp and you're gonna jump. I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Take them off. Take those wheels off. I'm gonna do it. So he did. He says, okay, follow me up the hill. Wait, let me go get something. He gets his Miami Dolphin helmet, puts it on my little 8-year-old head, and it's like wobbling on my head. My little pigtails are hanging out, and I'm sitting on my bike. He goes, okay, well, we're gonna go to the top of the hill. So I go to the top of the hill. He gets to the top of the hill, and he goes, do you see where the boys are down at the ditch? I said, uh-huh. Yes. They look like ants, okay? I want you to go as fast as you can down the hill, hit the ramp, jump over, land on the other side, and I'll meet you there. So he says, okay, do what I do. He gets on his bike. He's 7 years older than me, okay? So he gets on his bike and boom, he hits that ramp, soars into the air, just like Evel Knievel. He slides on the other side. He's the coolest man in the world. I want to be just like him. So I get on my bike. And I'm like, my little ponytails are going, my little tassels are going. I hit the ramp. I'm up in the air. My ponytails are blowing. My tassels are blowing. And I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. And when I woke up, all the boys were over me doing, you are the coolest little girl we've ever met. And I'm like, what? And my brother's like, how many fingers am I holding? How many fingers am I holding? I 2? Don't tell Mom. So he carries me home. And while he's carrying me home, I have a spoke through my leg. What happened was, I never made it to the other side of that ditch. I slammed so hard into it that it broke my bike into a couple of pieces. My tire was on one side, the spoke was through my leg, everything was mangled. And all I could say was my brother was carrying me and his friends helped my bike was, but my bike! My bike! He says, don't worry, I'll fix it before Mom and Dad get home. Just side note, I am 52. I still haven't told my parents, so do not live stream this. We're gonna get in trouble. So, what I want to ask you, the next time you talk to your children and you ask them a dare like,
If your friends jumped a cliff, would you do it? Watch their eyes. Because you never know what they're really thinking.
Our next speaker is a woman who has experienced much tragedy in her life. She is a best-selling author. She is an international television host, and she empowers people to stop apologizing for who they are not and to live their life unapologetically. Please join me. Stand to your feet and let's bring you to the stage.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? When I would hear Diana Ross sing that song when I was a little girl, I would cry my eyes out. Why? Because I didn't know. Who was I going to be? What was I going to be? And my parents would tell me, you're going to be an engineer because that's what we do. You're going to do this, that's what we do. But Daddy, I want to sing. You can't sing. But Daddy, I want. You're short, fat, and ugly. No one wants you. Don't you know the world opens for beautiful people? So I shrank. And for the rest of the next 46 years of my life, I allowed people to step on me. I allowed people to push me down. I stepped out of the light. Every time I was put in front, I would push someone in front, and I would move back. Because that's where my place was. Stay quiet. Play small. Don't speak. One day, I was driving along, minding my business, when out of the orange-colored sky, smash, bam! Alakazam, my life, flashed before my eyes. A little girl ran a stop sign. She T-boned me. And 12 days later, I stopped speaking. All the doctors said I was fine. I stopped speaking. 2 days after that, I stopped walking. And for 2 years, I was trapped, completely cognizant in my head, understanding everything that everyone said. But they didn't understand me. And they said that I would stay that way forever. My husband would walk me. He would bring me downstairs, put me on the couch every morning because he had to go back to work. It was 2 years. I sat on that couch every day in front of nothing. They told me I wasn't allowed to watch TV because it was messing up my brain. I couldn't do anything. I had to play with sand and listen to classical music. Now, you've all met me through this week. What is like the perfect hell for me? Stuck in my head. I remember on the 2-year mark, I was sitting in that couch and I said, in my head, why do you hate me so much? What did I do? Kill me now, kill me now. And he played the biggest trick he could possibly do on me. I couldn't move to kill him. My worst enemy in the world at that point was what saved me. I couldn't kill myself. And in that moment, I heard, "You're not dead yet, get up!" And I tell you, you hear that voice and it's shaking through your body, you're up! And I couldn't walk. I found myself 6 feet ahead of that chair, on my knees, and in that flash, I heard those voices, and I heard, "Be the light, speak." And I saw every time that I was beat, every time I was raped, every time I was abandoned on the road, every time I was left crumbled on the ground. And I time I was there and beaten alone, there was something with me. I lived because he hadn't abandoned me. I thought he left me and hated me. I realized it was a calling to prepare me. How many of you feel like you've been beaten down? How many of you feel that every time something's kicking you, kicking you, kicking you, that you're growing armor, people? Nothing happens just to happen. It happens to grow you to the next level of what you're going to be. The biggest blessing that ever happened to me was that God said, this girl does not know how to shut up. Let's knock her down, hit her with a D-4 and make her shut up until she can listen. I beg you, don't wait for the universe and God, whatever it is that you believe in, to knock you down till you listen. I want you to shut up and listen to your heart. Everything that you need right now is here. No one needs to tell you. It's built into you. So I have made it my passion to keep going. Now, what many of you don't know is right after I started walking again and talking, traveling around the world and speaking, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. They gave me 3 months to live. And my husband said, please don't go. Don't go to India. And I said, I have to. Because I'd rather die doing what I love doing than die in my house wishing I'd done. So, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know?
Awesome.
Semi-finalists, we would like to present you with a small token of appreciation and achievement. So semi-finalist number 1 is Heather K. Ryan.
Semifinalists. We're announcing the 4 semifinalists first so that they get...
Next semifinalist is Deshaun Williams. And these are not in order, so pardon me, but they've already appeared. Next semifinalist, Jennifer L. Horspool. And our 4th semifinalist, Gordon Broderick. And then it's your semifinalists, and so Michelle Mras and Dr. Shelley. Hold on. I am sorry, we did not have a trophy for you. You have to work a little bit harder. 6 more minutes. Coming to the stage. Gentlemen and ladies, thank you so much. Michelle will be speaking on how have you turned something negative in your life into a positive. Welcome back to the stage, finalist number 1, Michelle Mras.
September 1997. It was a balmy, beautiful day in the Netherlands. I was giving birth to my 2nd child, and my husband had not come back. He flew for NATO. And I was in this room, and as they're saying, you're dilated to 8. Yeah, someone's got me on the birthing clock. I'm thinking, here I am giving birth to this baby, this life. They hand me this 10-pound baby. I'm not going to go through the process. I'm not doing that. But the thing is, they gave me this beautiful baby girl. And I swear she was glowing. She was an angel. She was everything I've ever wanted. A baby who loved me. Years go by. This child has the soul of an old man. She would look at me, and she'd do. And I do, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know when you have a child when they can look at you and you know they know what you're doing? It was like that. It was like, How is this child so brilliant? And every time, as she got older and older, she became more older. She could speak at the age of 7 months. She was walking at 9 months. And she was just this miracle of life for me. And as she got into middle school, she said, Mom, Dad, I don't feel right. This isn't me. I said, yeah, baby, everybody has problems. Everybody has problems. She says, no, Mom, this is not me. I need to see a counselor. Okay, well, bring you to a counselor, whatever you want to do. Just let's go do it. She says, Mom, I've been talking to the counselor for months now. I'm a toy trapped in a woman's body. I said, you are 12 years old. There's no freaking way you know what you're talking about. I was 18 when I kissed my first boy, and it's your father. How do you know? You are not allowed to do anything to your body. You are not going to mutilate yourself. You are not going to touch yourself. You are not going to change anything in you until you're 21. If you can't drink alcohol, you ain't cutting things off. Time went by. I respected her. My husband respected her. We allowed her to do whatever she wanted. She started binding her chest. I'm like, it's a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. She got to high school. And she said, Mom, I'm going to kill myself. I'm like, why? She said, because, Mom, I'm not me. I don't belong. Nobody loves me and I don't fit. And I said, please, baby, don't even get that thought in your head. Let's go get counseling. She says, I don't need counseling. I need to be me. I'm trapped. I can't take it. I hate this body. I hate this. I said, baby, please. I'll do anything. I'll find anything for you. And she found Colorado Springs early colleges. And this woman in this room is the one who started the school that saved my baby. She's in a room I didn't even know she was here. My baby came back from that school and she said, Mom, they accept me for who I am. They don't make me fit into the box. They let me be me. These people are amazing. You need to tell the world that they exist because I won't kill myself as long as I can stay here. When she graduated from the CSEC, she graduated with a high school degree and her college bachelor's. She only had like 3 credits to get her bachelor's. It was freaking amazing. I watched this little girl go from I can't live, I hate myself to I am. She went to college and she goes by now Matthew. You cannot tell she was ever a girl. She started her hormones at 21. But I saw this little girl go from, I can't, I don't belong, everyone hates me, I don't fit, I'd rather be dead, to I'm a man, I know who I am, and I will guide other people to be just like me. Not that way. Get that out of your thoughts. He said in high school he met so many people who were lost looking for themselves that they just decided they wanted to be in the LGBTQ spectrum. Yes, but I realized that not all of us were that way. Out of the 50 we knew at CSEC, 2 of them really are. So my child now has a quest to go save other people. Save them from themselves and realizing that being different doesn't mean that you're different. It means you're changing and evolving. And to be loving anyways. I heard that song from Greatest Showman. I'm not afraid of the dark, hide away, they say, because they won't love you as you are. That was my baby. And if you ever watch that movie, I want you to watch the evolution of those people. Because it's the same thing, the evolution of everyone who feels lost in this world now. They feel lost. No one loves them. They're getting beat up. My baby felt like she was in war. Now, he's a warrior who won. When you find people in the world who are lost, you need to be able to give them the confidence that they can. They can. That's what we do as speakers. Find the light. Lift the light. Find the purpose. You may not agree with it, but that's our goal in life, is to bring people up. So, I won't let them break me down to dust. 'cause we are glorious. Find life, be unapologetic, and be the best version of whoever you come across.
Can we take a picture for Ultimate Speaker Competition, July 30, 31 in Orlando. We are so happy and excited to present two, 1, 2, 3, Michelle Mras!